Glastria is an absolute menace in today's battle. You will not believe your eyes. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi Battle. Today we're having a battle versus the Flare. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi Battle. Today we're having a battle versus the Flare, the God in the UU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There's a link in the description down below. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Flare has a pretty cursed nickname, but also very cool looking team. They got a Salamence, Quaquaval, they got Chestnut, Iron Jugglis, Greninja, and a Donphan. A lot of frets there, a lot of frets. So I think Bisharp's going to be good if we can get rid of the Quaquaval and the Salamence and the Chestnut. It'll definitely wall the crap out of the Iron Jugglis. I mean, I know Earth Power's a thing, but it'll still tank a hit from that. It'll definitely wall the Greninja, so Bisharp's going to be important for the Greninja, got to keep that in mind. Typhlosion, on the other hand, is going to do some decent work. You can take out the Chestnut for me. You can do a lot of damage to the Donphan. Eruption's going to hit everything on the team incredibly hard, except from the Salamence and the Quaquaval. And even then, it'll probably hit them pretty hard. Thunderous looks like it's going to be pretty important, though, because looking at their team, they've got a lot of weaknesses to electricity other than Donphan and Chestnut, and technically Salamence. But what we're going to do is we're going to lead off with Cresselia, and we'll get our screens up right away. And then we'll just kind of go from there, because it looks like they don't have a defogger, they have a rapid spinner, so we can definitely go with the screens method. And the battle begins. So yeah, I'm doing face cam again. And what? I'm not really sure where to position the face cam, because I'm kind of like, I'm in the bottom right at the moment, but I don't know whether it should be in the top left or whatever. Because the bottom right, I'm covering the attacks, so I might not put it in the bottom right, I might put it in the top left. Yeah, I'll be in the top left of this video. But let me know if you've got any thoughts on where I should position it or anything like that, because I'm quite clueless, to be honest with you. So we're going to get hit by Dark Pulse, I know that. But we can definitely take it because we're specially defensive. So I'm going to go for that light screen real quick. As they do go for a U-turn, which is fair enough. U-turn's actually a bit better for them. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. That tells me this might be a physical Greninja. That was a critical hit, to be fair, so it might not be. Physical Greninja, though? Could it be physical Greninja? Could be physical Greninja, to be fair. Very well could be physical Greninja. They're going to bring in the Chestnut. So Chestnut is fair enough. Chestnut is a good shout. I think Chestnut, unless it's got Brick Break. I don't think it'll have Brick Break though, right? What were they expecting us to go for? Because a Moonblast could have come that way. Then again, Moonblast I think is blocked by Bulletproof, right? So we could be alright there. I'm going to go for a Reflect anyway. I'm going to get the Reflect up on our side of the field. I don't think they'll have Brick Break on this thing. If they do, it's very random. They have Spikes, so Spikes is fair enough. Now, what we can do now is, because the Chestnut's on the field, we can either do one of two things. We can switch out into something better, like the Typhlosion, but I don't want to take any unnecessary damage on the Typhlosion. Or we can try and get rid of the Chestnut now by going for a Psychic. I think I'm going to go for the Psychic option, because we are tanking any hit this thing wants to throw at us for a start. And we're easily 2-hit KOing it with Psychic, so there's no point not doing that. They go for a Leech Seed and they miss. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a really unfortunate, but it's like at the same time, I don't care, because it's in my benefit. So, you know, hacks is hacks at the end of the day. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Anyway, they're going to withdraw the Chestnut. What are they going to go into, though? Probably the Greninja or the Iron Jugglis. The Donphan. Donphan's coming in, probably to get up the Stealth Rocks or something. So it's nice and shiny, got to love it. And we go for a Psychic. That's going to do minimal damage to the Donphan. Well, it does a bit of chip damage, but, you know, it's what it is. So they're going to pop their leftovers, revealing they are leftovers and not a Rocky Helmet, which is good to note. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch into my own Donphan, because Donphan kind of walls Donphan in a weird way. But also because I want to get rid of those Spikes that were set up, because Typhlosion does not appreciate Spikes. And there's probably going to be Stealth Rocks coming my way right now as well. So we're going to get hit by some Spikes on the switching, which is unfortunate. They go for a knockoff. That's fine by me. We're going to get some Rocky Helmet chip on their Donphan. They don't have a Ghost type, so we can easily go for a nice and powerful Rapid Spin right now. I'm kind of like expecting them to go into the Greninja though, expecting the Ice Shard. So I'm half tempted to go for a Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks or Earthquake. Earthquake could be a good play. I think we go for an Earthquake. So they actually stay in. Not sure why. As we go for an Earthquake, it's going to do minimal damage. They go for an Ice Spinner. Donphan gets Ice Spinner? I mean, I knew Great Tusk and Iron Treads got that Ice Spinner, but I didn't think Donphan got it. But that does minimal damage to us. It's not stabbed. It's Donphan. At the end of the day, it's not really doing too much damage to us. So I think I will use this opportunity to go for a Rapid Spin. May as well. I don't think they're going to switch out into Greninja now. Like seeing the Earthquake earlier. I think they're more than likely going to go into the Iron Jugglis or the Salamence. Or the Chestnut. Chestnut also works. So Chestnut comes in. We're going to go for a Rapid Zoom real quick. Get rid of that nice and powerful spikes. And we're going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, unfortunately. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do about that? Now, what I'm going to do is I would go into good old Typhlosion, but I don't want to get Leech Seed and lose some health. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go into our Thunderous. I think Thunderous is a good shout. So we'll go Thunderous real quick, and we can scare this thing out by having a Tera Blast Ice coming its way. Or a Tera Flying. Could go for either of those. I think I'm Tera Flying with Tera Blast on this one. So they actually go for a Spike. So I could have gone into Typhlosion there. But I didn't want to risk the Leech Seed, to be honest with you. I didn't want to risk it. So the Light Screen is going to wear off, unfortunately, but we still got Reflect up. I'm just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt. There's no real reason not to, because even if they go into Donphan, I can just Tera it up and go for a Tera Blast Flying if I want to, or a potential Tera Ice. So we go for a Thunderbolt there. It nearly takes out the Chestnut, as they're able to go for a Leech Seed now to sap some of our health. So bit of an annoying play by the Chestnut, but at the same time, what can you do about that? Not a lot, really. Not a lot, really. So I'm thinking they probably go for a Spiky Shield here. So I'm going to go into our nice and powerful Typhlosion. I've decided, you know what? Screw the Spikes damage. It's only a bit of chip damage. It'll be fine. They're probably going to go for a Spiky Shield here to just get some Leech Seed recovery. So we'll probably do good to go into Typhlosion. So there we go. Typhlosion comes in. Get hurt by the Spikes a little bit, which is fine. Frisk them to find the Rocky Helmet, which we already knew about. And then they're going to withdraw the Chestnut. Oh, okay. What are they going to go into? Donphan. Donphan is fine by me. We are loving the Donphan switch. Absolutely loving the Donphan switch, because it means Typhlosion can come in and all we have to do is click Eruption. That's all we have to do here is click Eruption. It's going to hurt something on the team for decent damage. It gives the Salamence a free switch in, which gives them a free Dragon Dance, but it should be fine. We've got the Donphan in the back, so they're going to withdraw the Donphan. Are they going to go Quackable, or are they going to go Salamence here? So they go Chestnut. They're going to sack off the Chestnut. So, again, to be fair, they couldn't really risk it, because if we went for Shadow Ball, then it would have two-shotted the Quackable or the Salamence. So, yeah, I can see why they sacked off the Chestnut instead. And there's also the chance that if we went for the Shadow Ball, we'd be locked into the Shadow Ball and it wouldn't affect the Chestnut because of bulletproof. So, not a bad play. This also gives them a free switch into whatever they want. So they're going to go into the Greninja. So with the Chestnut out of the way, we've got the Greninjas to deal with. So we're going to switch out. Obviously, we don't want to stay in against this thing. Not sure what to go into. I think I'm going to go Bisharp. I think Bisharp's a good shout. Bisharp's definitely a good shout. So we'll go Bisharp real quick. There we go. Get Typhlosion on out of there, and we'll go into Bisharp, because Bisharp should be able to take a Hydro Pump from this thing, but they probably go for a Dark Pulse anyway, if anything. So they do go for a Hydro Pump. That's going to be boosted by Protean, of course. Does connect, and it is going to be a 2... no, it's not a 2-hit KO. It's not a 2-hit KO, so that's actually not too bad. So I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch here just to get some damage off on the Greninja. I think that's probably the best thing to do, as they do switch out their Greninja, and they're going to go into what there? What are they going to go into here? Donphan. So Donphan comes in. So fair enough, Donphan comes in. That's a good play. Good play on my opponent's behalf. And we go for the Sucker Punch. Obviously, it fails. We could go for... I'm wondering what they're going to do here, though. Are they going to go for an Ice Spinner expecting us to go Thunderous? Or are they going to go something else? I think Cresselia is a fine switch, to be honest with you. I think Cresselia is a fine switch. We can get our Light Screens up and Reflects up again. I think Light Screen's the one I'm going to prioritize here. Just because Iron Juggler and Greninja are big threats. And then obviously Quackable and Salamence are both big threats as well. So they go for a Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is fair. Stealth Rocks is a good play. We just go... Because here's the thing. Greninja can one-shot me from here, and so can Iron Juggler. But Salamence and Quackable can't. So if they go into Salamence or Quackable here, which they probably won't, then we're going to be alright. So I'm going to go for a Light Screen real quick. There we go. Light Screen comes through. Light Screen comes through. As they're able to go for a knockoff right now. Getting rid of our Light Clay, unfortunately. Which means that the next Reflect won't last nearly as long as the Light Screen will. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do about that? Not a lot, really. Not a lot, really. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm still going to go for my Reflect. Still going to go for my Reflect. They probably KO me here with a knockoff. If they don't KO me here with a knockoff, I'm going to go for a Lunar Dance. But they probably do. They do KO me with a knockoff. They get the crit. Don't think that mattered, to be honest with you. But hey ho, you never know. It might have done. So, Donphan, you are in. Stealth Rocks are up. And so is the the spikes. So I think I need to go into my Donphan right now. I need to go into my Donphan. I need to go into Donphan and I need to start doing some stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get hurt by Stealth Rocks and Spikes, obviously. They don't have a way of getting Spikes back up. They do have a way of getting Stealth Rocks back up. So I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin real quick. Rapid Spin should be able to cover us. So they're actually going to Tera. Are they going to Tera Ghost, though? That's the real question. If they Tera Ghost, that's a good play. If it's not a Tera Ghost, I'm not sure what's going on. Tera Ghost. So they are actually going to use the Tera now. Not a waste at all, because they've just blocked my Rapid Spin, which is really unfortunate. But it does make them weak to our Shadow Ball now from Typhlosion. So with that and knowing that, let's go for the Ice Spinner. That's fine. Ice Spinner is going to do minimal damage to us. I think our best play, we're not going to rely on Eruption anymore from Typhlosion. We are going to rely on Shadow Ball and Tera Grass, potentially. I think what I'm going to do instead here is, because I'm expecting an Ice Spinner, I'm going to go for the Bisharp play. No, Bisharp Sucker Punch could be really useful later. I think I'm going to go the Glastrier play. I think Glastrier is a really good shout here, because Glastrier does really well against their team. We've also got the Tera still available, which we can Tera with Glastrier. I believe we're Tera fighting on this, so Glastrier could pull this back for us. They go for a knockoff. That's going to knock off our heavy duty boots. Doesn't matter, because I'm hoping that this is the last time we're going to need Glastrier on the field. Hopefully. Looking at the team, maybe not. But we might be good. So we are Tera fighting. That's good to note. We're going to go for a Swords Dance right now. Swords Dance is going to cover us here. So they are going to withdraw the Donphan. What are they going to go into, though? Are they going to go Quackable? Quackable. So Quackable comes in. Quackable comes on in. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we go for a Swords Dance here. And now they should be scared. They should be really, really scared. Because we are going to go for a Tera, close combat, fighting, all that wonderful stuff. I don't think we need Tera Grass on the Typhlosion. I don't think we do. Gonna go for that close combat real quick after Terroring. We should be able to tank any hit this Quackable throws at us. We should be able to tank any hit this thing throws at us, no doubt. If we were Tera Ghost, that'd be so sweet, but we're not, unfortunately, so what can you do about that? Not a lot, really. So, we're gonna Tera fighting. We're gonna get a massive fist on our head. They're gonna go for a Swords Dance of their own, which means we're actually off scot-free here, because they're probably Focus Sash, right? Now, we go for a close combat. It's boosted by Tera. That's gonna KO, right? +2. Definitely KOs the Quackable as down it goes. So Quackable goes down, which is absolutely amazing. I don't think they expected us to go for that at all. As Quackable is down for the count, we are at full HP. And we've got a Chilling They attack boost as well, which is amazing. So our Reflect does wear off, but we still got Light Screen, which is important. Very important. In comes the Donphan. So Donphan is a good play. Donphan is a good play. It's going to get some nice health. Well, it's got some nice health back already. We can go for an Icicle Crash here. It should do a lot of damage. And we don't have the Reflective anymore. So we should be worried about an Earthquake, but I'm not too worried. I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash real quick. As they go for an Ice Spinner, that's going to do minimal damage to us, surely. Yeah, minimal damage. As a +3 Icicle Crash should take it out. It does take it out. So Donphan goes down. Glastrier is looking like an absolute menace right now. Glastrier is looking like an absolute menace. So I think what they're doing here is they're trying to burn off our Light Screen turns. We still have another 2 turns of it, though. So in comes Iron Jugglis. So Iron Jugglis is a threat. Iron Jugglis is a big threat. We don't have the best switch-ins in the world. I think I'm going to sack off Donphan. No, don't want to sack off Donphan because Ice Shard could come in clutch later. I think Bisharp is good to go. I think Bisharp's a good one. I think Bisharp's a good switch because we can tank a Hurricane for a start. We can tank a Dark Pulse. If they go for an Earth Power predicting the Bisharp to come in, then fair enough. But I don't think they will. I think they go straight for a Hurricane because Glastrier was at +3 there. No, +3. No, +3.5. So they go for an Air Slash, getting the KO on the Glastrier, which is fair enough. Light Screen does wear off, so we were actually saved by the Light Screen there. I think I'm just going to go for a Sucker Punch here just to get the KO. I think that's probably the best thing to go for. No, not to get the KO, but to get some damage off, break a potential Focus Sash. As they go for an Air Slash, that's obviously going to KO us, so down we go. But we're not out for the count. We're definitely not out for the count, so we've got a couple of options here. We've got Thunderous, who outspeeds, I want to say. There's a good chance this Iron Jugglis is locked in as well. There is a very good chance this Iron Jugglis is locked in, so we'll go Thunderous. Thunderous scares the Greninja and scares the Salamence as well because we outspeed the Salamence. So I'm going to go straight for the Thunderbolt here. They go for an Air Slash. They know they can't really do anything. They might flinch us. They don't flinch us. We go for a Thunderbolt, take out the Iron Jugglis, and that's going to be the game because Glastrier basically goes through their team now. No, I don't want to I don't want to put their... I don't want to put the cart I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse there. But Glastrier might win us the game. So, we got a couple of options here. Salamence is a big threat. If they get a Dragon Dance up, we are actually screwed. So we're not because they haven't Terra'd. So if we can Thunderbolt here, Ice Shard from Donphan will finish this thing off 100 billion%. So they go for a Dragon Dance. That's fine. Go for your Dragon Dance all you want. Go for your Dragon Dance all you want. Get your Moxie boost, all that stuff. Donphan's going to come in right now, and Donphan's going to go for that nice and powerful Ice Shard. And there was always the chance that we would Choice Scarf as well. Outrage are going to come through. That's going to take care of the Thunderous, of course. Boom, 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 boom. As they get a Moxie boost. It's a terrifying situation to be in. A terrifying situation to be in if we didn't have Donphan. But we do have the Donphan. But the Donphan sat right here. Spikes, yes, I understand. Stealth Rocks, yes, I understand. But we're living, and we're going for that Ice Shard right now to KO the Salamence. There we go, Ice Shard comes through, KOs the Salamence. That's going to be the game. Not really, but, you know, the Greninja could easily pull this back. The Greninja could easily pull this back. Greninja could so pull this back. So in comes the Greninja. Greninja could definitely pull this back for them. It's going to be a tough one, to be fair. I'm going to go for the Ice Shard to break a potential Focus Sash. They could be Water Shuriken, but I don't think they will be. As there we go, the Ice Shard comes through, breaks a potential Focus Sash, which they probably don't have. As they go for a Hydro Pump, and they're going to get Protein boosted, and they're going to hit the Hydro Pump. Bit risky of going for a Hydro Pump there, because I could have easily gone for an Earthquake, and then followed up with an Ice Shard, but you know, it is what it is. So, I think we finish this off with Glastrier right now. I think we definitely finish this off with Glastrier. I'm confident that Glastrier can not only live a Hydro Pump right now, but can also KO this thing with close combat. So let's go for it and find out. Hydro Pump comes through. We live in! Go for a close combat, and even if we don't KO here, which I'm sure we do, Typhlosion was in the back with a Shadow Ball or a Tera Blast to finish it off. So GG Flare God. That was a pretty fun game. I really enjoyed that one. Glastrier really got chance to shine there. You know what? In the team preview, I didn't even mention Glastrier's name. I didn't think he was doing out, but he was doing everything. It was the key part of the team. It was amazing. So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.